All right, guys, welcome back and welcome to what appears to be sunny Sochi here. A welcome change from what awaited us in China there, the last Grand Prix. I'm not sure what to say about this. It's been an absolute total disaster of a season so far for me. I've not been able to get any momentum going whatsoever. I'm struggling with the car. I'm struggling with pace, and I'm just not sure what to do about it right here. Obviously, we can complain all we want about the car. Apparently, it doesn't seem to be bothering Fernando Alonso. He's routinely getting into Q2, finishing in the top 10 and everything, so that's not going to be an excuse. For once, I'm actually going to put the practice sessions to good use here. I'm not going to be focusing as much on the development tasks there, because obviously if I can't drive the car, it doesn't really matter much. We're not going to be finishing them anyway. Track acclimatization, I'm going to be doing that because it's easy and it's easily done. But other than that, I'm just going to be focusing on getting so many laps in as I possibly can here. And jumping straight ahead to the business at hand here, we got Q3 coming up, and I gotta say, for the first time this season, I'm actually gonna be a little bit disappointed if I don't make it into Q2 here, because I think with all the laps that I put in during practice here and the setup I got going, the car actually for the first time this season felt kind of good. So while I know this setup is actually good for a hot lap, but how it's gonna hold up during race time, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. And heading into turn 18 here, this has been a very good lap so far. At least it felt good, and times were looking pretty decent as well here. We got Rosberg currently as the fastest guy on the grid here. We are second, 139.687 here, and okay, that's a heck of a lot better than what I expected. And okay, so Hamilton just comes around to best Rosberg. So we're down to third, but we're currently outpacing guys like Hülkenberg here, looking very good indeed so far. We're going to be staying out for an additional lap, see if we can improve on this one. Well, there you have it, guys. For the first time this season here, scraping into Q2, right ahead of fellow Dane Kevin Magnussen there. And I got to say, there's a positive vibe to this. I'm really hoping for something this weekend. I know the Mercs probably didn't dial up their engines completely here, but only 1.4 seconds slower than Hamilton on that lap there. That it kind of has me feeling a little bit better about this race than what I've felt so far this season. And Rosberg so far with the fastest lap of Q2 here. This is not going to be a very good lap. Running wide here, coming out of the turn, 142.33. And I know we definitely got more in us than this. So we're going to be staying out for an additional lap here, see if we can improve on this one, because I doubt this one is going to get us into the shootout. And coming through turn 18 once again here, looking pretty good on the Delta so far compared to our last lap there as we come through the final turn, gaining all sorts of time right there, 139.522. That is our fastest lap off the weekend here. We're going to be staying out for the final lap here, see if we can't squeeze a few more tenths out of this one. And again, Delta looking very close indeed here, coming through the final turn, about 2 tenths down. What is it going to be? 139.405, and that is good enough for P9. Just squeezed in between the two. P10, that is. Somebody just bested me there, so we got Hülkenberg right behind us, but that is all we're going to be doing for Q2 as we're going to be heading back to the pits here. Well, there you have it, guys. Wouldn't you know it, Fernando Alonso just squeezing in ahead of me by about 1.5 tenths here and stealing away P10, denying us the opportunity to compete in the shootout here for the first time this season. But, there are positives to be taken from this, obviously, starting, halfway down the grid instead of at the back of the grid. That is going to be an improvement here, and hopefully we're going to see this translate into the race itself. I've been feeling comfortable here all weekend. All we can hope for now is that the weather holds and we won't be seeing any rain or any stupid freak accidents here in the early goings of the race. Well, here we go, getting ready to get off the grid here. Fernando Alonso on our right shoulder. We got, I'm not sure who's right ahead of us, Perez it is, and getting out of the gate nicely there, but it appears that Hülkenberg is getting a better start than we are. We are down into P12 here as we got Hülkenberg. Oh, somebody's tussling, and that was Ricciardo just going right across the track there, and he is going to be out of the race. That was a demonic crash right there. And I got to give up the position here. Apparently, I overtook Hülkenberg. in all the confusion there as I'm giving it back up. Okay, Grosjean squeezing in too as I'm down on. Gutierrez doing the same thing as I'm down into P13 here as Gutierrez is running very wide indeed, trying to make a move there. See if we can't hang it around the outside, making the move stick here as we are going neck and neck here into the right-hander. See if we can't hang around the outside one more time here, running a little wide in the process, but we make the move stick as we are back into P12, having to chase down Grosjean here. But yeah, not making up any positions here right out of the gate because of all the confusion, but still making it through in one piece. That is a positive. Jumping to lap 2 here, still trying to maintain contact with Hulkenberg and Grosjean, who is now up into P10 as we got Hulkenberg trailing him. And I'm not sure what's up with the Force Indias here, but they don't seem to be very quick on this track or on this given day anyway. So right now it's just going to be a question of hanging with these guys here. Don't let them get away from us. And hopefully, if we can, try and take care of our tires while we maintain competitive in terms of pace here, because we need to do about 10 laps on these super softs here. We're going to be making the switch on about lap 10 depending on the tire wear, and we're going to be switching to a set of softs that is going to last us to the end. So need to take care of the tires here. Coming out on the main straight here, maintaining pace with Hulkenberg. We're going to see the DRS open here, and maybe that is going to give us an advantage. It's going to be difficult to say. You know, this McLaren is not known for its horsepower, and as you can see there, Hulkenberg, we're not even closing on the guy, but there's a huge train of cars right ahead of Grosjean there, and somebody seems to be going slowly up there and seems to be holding up everybody, so that is going to be to our advantage. We can just close that gap. There might be like 3 or 4 positions in play there. And I'm not sure who's going slow, but it appears to be a Williams car somehow. Coming down the back DRS straight here. We're trying to maintain pace with Hulkenberg, but he's got DRS as well. But still, you know, the way this Force India is going, it's just not very fast on the... Oh, and he just runs wide in the corner there. I'm not sure what that was all about. But we are up into P11 here, still trying to chase down Grosjean, who is caught behind a slow train of cars there. We got a Williams right ahead of him, and it appears as though that might be the car of Valtteri Bottas, but I'm not quite sure who's holding up everybody. That might be Fernando Alonso, but I'm not sure. Oh, Nico Hulkenberg's been disqualified. I'm not sure what happened there, but we are down to 20 running cars at this point here, and we're going to be seeing a safety car out. For whatever reason, I didn't see a yellow flag anywhere, but we still got 20 running cars, obviously, because, well, Ricardo went out after that huge crash right after the start, and now Nico Hulkenberg being disqualified. And I guess that's going to be to our advantage, meaning we're going to see the pack all come together again. And lap 5 here, we still have the safety car out. No indication of when this might be coming in. And we're starting to see cars going to make a pit stop here. And I'm starting to wonder whether or not that might have been the more prudent thing to do at this point here, because we need to come in about 5 laps anyway and make the change. But, you know, looking at... Yeah, seeing as how the tire wear can't be all this bad as we're just going around the track nice and steady here, we should be able to squeeze out a few more laps out of these super softs here before making a change. But I did see a guy who was in making the switch to a set of mediums, so more than likely we got cars coming in right now who are going to be opting for a one-stop race and going to the end on the mediums there, so that might be something to consider as well here. Anyway, safety car coming in this lap. It's going to be too late to make any pit stops here, taking advantage of the safety car. So just trying to go down the inside of Grosjean there, thinking the better of it. That would have been a risky move here. But staying with these guys, this is going to prove very important indeed. But the thing is, we got guys coming up from behind as well. We got Kvyat right behind us. You can see we're up into P6 right now. But obviously, we saw a lot of cars pit during the safety car. So that's all going to, you know, change up later in the racers. We got Kvyat trying to go down the inside here, heading into turn 1. See if we can't hang around the outside, touching wheels there, and holy crap, almost running off track right there as the Russian was definitely trying to put on a show there for his home crowd, and almost ended up putting me off track there, but it matters not. We managed to maintain in P6 here, trying to chase down Grosjean still, as we got a yellow flag situation somewhere and a green flag situation yet again here. These flags are coming hot and heavy right now, but so far we're looking pretty decent. And skipping right ahead to lap 11 here. This is going to be our only stop of the race here. We're going to be making the switch to a set of soft tires here that are going to be lasting us to the end, so we need to take care of these. But as you can see there, we got Grosjean right ahead of us still here. He's coming out of the pits right now, but we are way down into P16 at the moment here. There's got to be some cars who've not been in the pit yet, hopefully. And coming down the main straight, as you can see, we got several cars in the pit here. Sebastian Vettel, it appears, was in the pit. Julian Palmer's coming out of the pit lane right now. We got Carlos Sainz coming out up ahead of him. We can't catch him before turn 1 there, but hopefully we can hang with him here before he gets some heat into those tires and maybe make a move in one of the upcoming turns here. Obviously, we're not going to be catching him on the straight. We're not going to be catching anybody on the straight. Jumping right ahead to lap 13, as you can see, still hanging with Carlos Sainz here. A huge train of cars being held up right now by Fernando Alonso. He's acting like the human roadblock up there, and that is to our advantage as we come into turn 18, trying to make the move down the inside on Carlos Sainz, making the move stick as we are up into P13 here, trying to chase down Grosjean and Ericsson. I'm not quite sure who's right ahead of those guys there, but we got several positions right for the taking here, as long as Fernando Alonso manages to keep these guys behind him. And like I said, we're not going to be catching anybody on the straights here, but hopefully these guys might be bothering each other so much that we might be able to make a move here heading into turn 1. Everybody's going really slowly indeed, as we got Haryanto right ahead of Grosjean. Lap 15. Several cars haven't been in to make further pit stops here, as we are now up into P10. We're in the points for the first time this season, I think. About 4.5 seconds down on our teammate Fernando Alonso here. Skipping right ahead to lap 18, as you can see, Gutierrez has now been overtaken by Fernando Alonso. Also, we're leading a huge train of cars here into turn 1, or at least 3 or 4 cars at the very least. And right now, these guys really seem to be putting us under pressure. Also, we got a little bit more cloud cover at the moment here, but I doubt we're going to be seeing any rain. There's only 9 laps remaining. Yellow flag, back to green flag conditions. That usually happens a heck of a lot in that turn here. But right now, we're definitely being put under pressure from behind up into P8. Coming down the main straight, lap 19, as you can see there, Carlos Sainz trying to make a move on us. They're touching wheels with us as we come down the straight there, and we're definitely having trouble right now with engine power or lack thereof. As you can see, we're back down into P8 here, as we got 19 running cars right now, and we need to stay with Sainz here, see if we can't perhaps get an opportunity to make try and outbreak him heading into one of the turns there. But obviously on the straights, we're going to be easy pickings, unfortunately. So right now it's just going to be a question of, I hope, hanging with this guy, maybe taking advantage of the DRS that we can get from him, and maybe see if we can keep Grosjean behind us here, because obviously right now we're starting to suffer in terms of pace. Again, just cutting the corner a little bit. Almost, getting a little bit too much of the curb here coming out of the turn, and a little bit of dirty air right now behind Carlos Sainz. We probably should, running wide, almost losing the car into the wall. We're fishtailing all over the place there, and Carlos Sainz is going to take advantage of that. Right now, these tires are starting to go ever so slightly, as we got Grosjean from behind here. DRS open. We got DRS as well, but it's not going to matter much. Look at our top speed there. We're definitely hurting right now, and I'm not sure whether or not that Jeff was talking about my engine wear at some point here. We're going to be losing some top speed there because I've been probably running the refs too high. I'm really bad at that, unfortunately. But as you can see there, Grosjean making the most of that. And we are back into P9, being chased down by Daniil Kvyat. He's about a second down on us right now. Jumping right ahead to lap 22 here, as you can see, we're still maintaining contact with Grosjean, but also Valtteri Bottas is now in a P10 coming from behind there. He's on the super soft right now. We're going to see if we can't take away the inside line here coming into turn 1, and momentarily we are maintaining P9 here, but I'm not sure how long we can keep Bottas behind us here, because he's just so much quicker than we are, and not just on the straights here as we go down. He's trying to go down the inside here heading into turn 5. We're still, managing to deny him, but we're killing our tires running like this. And a virtual safety car with 5 laps remaining of the race. This is probably the worst thing that could happen to us right now. We're off the pace, our tires are gone, and now we're going to have a safety car, meaning we're going to have all kinds of cars pressuring us from behind here. Obviously, man, I'm not happy about this at all. Who was it this time? What the hell happened here? Oh my God. P9 I don't see us maintaining this position here. We got way too much pressure coming from behind here. So here we go, race underway yet again, but now we just got a pack of wolves chasing us down here for the remaining 4 laps. Jeez, I am clipping the cone right there, man. I'm desperate right now. Coming down the back straight, see if we can't maintain pace with Bottas. Man, oh, he's gone like a bat out of hell right there. Switching this thing into rich mode, opening the DRS here, but look at him go. Jeez, oh, we got Pascal Verlaine coming down the inside of us. They're trying to put a move on us as, oh crap, we are into P11 here with 3 laps remaining of the race, out of the points, and he's on the super softs as well, and we are on completely dead softs here. Man, oh man, out of the points with 3 laps remaining. That stupid ass virtual safety car, and I'm swearing all over the place. Pardon my French here, guys, but this is really hurting me. Down the back straight one more time. We got cars pressuring us from behind. Vettel going down the outside of us. Kvyat going down the inside of us. Their contact with Vettel. A little bit of a bump right there. No damage, thankfully, as we are down into P12 here. I mean, we can see the points right ahead of us there, but we haven't got the pace. We haven't got the tires. Just cutting the corner there, taking away P11 one more time here. This is it's going to be do or die the rest of the way. Jesus. Oh, yeah, I should probably be giving up that position, but I got a feeling I'm going to be doing it either way as we come back down the main straight here. We got Vettel all over us from behind here, trying to switch as we're already in rich mode and is not doing us a damn thing, and trying to take away the inside line. He doesn't mind one bit, just going down the outside of us here. DRS open, and we are back into P12 here, trying to defend from Daniil Kvyat with 2 laps remaining of the race. Oh, my God. And that's all she wrote, gentlemen. Finishing in P12 here at Sochi. And, oh man, this one stings. This one stings. I really feel we could have finished in the points here if it hadn't been for that virtual safety car near the end that just brought everybody together at a point where I was really losing pace. Lewis Hamilton taking the win here. And I'm not sure what happened to Nico Rosberg, but we were notified at some point that his car was losing power, and I'm not sure whether or not he actually managed to score some points here, but well, Lewis Hamilton taking the win either way, so all smiles from the Merc crews. Again, no surprise there, as oh fuck, Fernando Alonso getting 3rd here today, so a podium finish for the McLaren team. And, oh, man, that would have been sweet if it hadn't been for the fact that he is, in fact, my rival, and I need to start beating him. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for another job in some other series, I think. But all the same here, Lewis Hamilton taking the win. Felipe Massa finishing in 2nd, and Fernando Alonso rounding off the podium in 3rd. And apparently that damage to Rosberg's car was so bad that, oh man, he's not even in the top 10 anywhere, so where'd he go? He might not even have finished the race there, so... Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, Lewis Hamilton, Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, Kimi Räikkönen is 4th, Valtteri Bottas is 5th. Oh man, he must have come like a bat out of hell there because he was way down into P10 late. So that stint on the supers there near the end really did him some good, and I managed to finish in P13. I thought, crap, I got a penalty, probably 5 seconds or something, but oh well, it matters not. Anyway, championship standings, Lewis Hamilton is leading that category. Sebastian Vettel is in 2nd. Nico Rosberg is in 3rd. And if we're looking at the Constructors' Championship, I think we're going to be finding the Mercs on top as well. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon enough. Bye-bye.